Hello all you beautiful people, my name is Dowdy, and today we're talking about did Instagram kill skateboarding and kind of some pros and cons that it's played in the skateboard world, because it's definitely changed it up pretty critically in the last several years. We're at Washington Street Skate Park here in San Diego, one of the best, most insane DIY skate parks in all of California for sure. One of my favorite places in general in the whole world to skate. So before we get into the topic and really talk pros and cons of Instagram and skateboarding today, we're gonna get warmed up here at Washington Street. As always, I want your guys' opinion, thoughts, feedback. Do you think Instagram has killed skateboarding? Not really killed it, but has it like killed the, I guess, typical skate world? Sure, maybe, but my thoughts are that skateboarding will always be the same no matter what. Even if it's in the Olympics, no matter, it'll just be like different divisions of it, but there will always be skateboarding at its core. Now, before I get into the roles that I think Instagram has played in a downfall, and I guess in a bad way in skateboarding, let me talk about some of the things that I think are positive. One thing for sure, there's been more discoverability. It's a resource for sure for brands and for people in general to grow and to get seen in a way. I know that's really obvious, but like I feel like what I'm trying to say is like kids in the middle of nowhere before didn't really have as much as an opportunity or a chance to get like in the skate world because they were like just in the middle of nowhere and they weren't in California where the skate mecca is. But now I feel like you can use that to your advantage, like living in the middle of nowhere or maybe living somewhere where it's not as skate populated. It might be harder to like get better at skateboarding and have the resources, but it might be also an advantage in the sense that the spots aren't blown out. You get like different, exposure in a way, and now you have the internet to make your own platform. I feel like instead of the old school, you have to move to California to make it, you can use Instagram for basically your sponsor me tape. Instead of having to make a sponsor me tape, which I think you should still do, like collect all your footage, but you can just put out footage as you're getting it and kind of get the attention of brands. You can tag your favorite brands and almost already have a relationship with them and start trying to build a relationship with them just through your own platform. And you don't have to go through anybody else anymore. You can go straight to them. Now, that is a good thing for skaters that definitely don't have the resources of just like all the California skaters where the brands are here, or anywhere in the world, wherever their favorite brand is. Like even if they're not where the brand is, they can still reach to them through Instagram, and I think that is pretty dope. So I think in summary, it's that you used to have to be in California or be wherever it is that skateboarding is happening, whether it be the East Coast or West Coast, to like get sponsored and really make it happen for yourself. But I think now you can use Instagram, you can use all these different social platforms to get seen to the brands that you like. So if you're into a certain brand, you can just tag them in your post and already build a relationship with them. So that is pretty cool. That's something that you didn't really have before. You had to send it in and hope that somebody saw your footage and got back to you. One other thing that I think Instagram has played a good role in skateboarding is that it's, besides that resource that it's given to skaters, it's also connected skaters. So now you can find people, maybe your neighborhood, or not even your neighborhood, but like just to connect with and meet, and maybe just have like an online relationship and can progress together. So I think Instagram has played a role in progressing skateboarding because there's more visibility, so people actually see what's going on, where before you kind of had to wait for magazines and full-length videos to come out before you really knew what was happening and how progressing. Now that still happens, like a new video part drops and you're like, wow, that's where it's at now. But Instagram does in a way progress skateboarding as a whole because it just gives more visibility, and you can also meet other people and connect with people to progress yourself. A downfall to Instagram will definitely be the instant gratification that now skaters kind of have and want. Like if maybe the brand doesn't reply to when they tag them or something like that, they kind of like, I don't know, like maybe get down on themselves. So it's almost built like a negative thing in that sense. Like it has this expectations and this instant gratification thing where people think they deserve maybe a big following for a trick, or expect a certain amount of likes and comments and stuff like that. So that can be a downfall because it can be discouraging them from just like doing it for their own purpose and for their own self achievements and their own, I guess, progression in a way. Now, don't get me wrong, like getting your homies getting hyped on you, your friends getting hyped, that's like amazing. And people on the internet, that's like amazing. I love all you subscribers, supporters, I appreciate you. That's not what I'm saying, but I think it can play a downward sort of negativity role on people's expectations as a whole, and just wanting instant gratification because they think like everyone's so good at skateboarding. They see it's like so easy for everyone else as well, and it's not. Skateboarding is really hard. Like, sure, some people are much better than others, but that's because they've tried really hard and they've done repetition and they've like really put in the hard work to get better at skateboarding. But Instagram sometimes doesn't show you that because it just shows you the best. It's a highlight reel. So I think that's always important to remember, is like Instagram in a general is always a highlight reel. People aren't putting like all their worst slams and like their horrible day on there. They're only putting their best. So that sometimes can give you this expectation that that's how you should be living, and that's definitely not true. One thing that Instagram has killed, in my opinion, is full-length skate videos, for sure. Well, maybe not for sure, but in my opinion. Let me explain. When I was working at the Skateboard mag, it was really difficult to get any clips for our video segments online, and that was even back then when Instagram was first coming out. So as time has gone on, skaters have realized you can get so many more impressions, so many more views for their skate clips on Instagram, where saving every clip for that same amount of views for one full-length video is hard. I know it's not really cut that dry, but it is kind of how it is. You can get so many more eyeballs via Instagram versus like putting together a whole video part. And that's what makes it hard for brands to get all the footage, where before, every day people were just stacking footage for the video part. Even if it was bells or like the warm-ups, they'd get something to dedicate to some sort of content. Now the content really goes to Instagram. So I think it's a lot harder for full-length videos and like full segments to exist. Had to do a quick stop by the skate shop, and I got some 215 indies. I'm setting up a slappy skateboard, like a full complete just for slappies. I'm going to be making another video on that, breaking it all down, like why I got each thing, but super hyped to add these to the mix. And going back to a popsicle. This would be for like my regular board setup. This is an 8.5 Andy Mac Lurkville board. My friend that recently went pro filmed a video surprising him a while back. Super hyped on these. These are going on a C-Rat skateboard, which is like almost 10 inches. I'll be uploading another video on that, but hope you guys enjoy this quick video. Let me know your thoughts down below on this topic. Make sure you smash that like button if you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Mash.